guess I was right to ask for the stream to be delayed. LOL. Right? You were. See, I could have done it on time, but I was like, "Eh, you know what? I know I shouldn't be doing this, but let me just see. I went to I went to a store to like grab like Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door from. I went to Best Buy to grab it. I was like, pick up in 1 hour. I was like, fuck, I guess I'll have to go drive like 15 minutes over there and then come back. But I was like, might as well stop really quickly at another store and see if there's anything I can get really fast. I was like, see, man, you stream. I'm like, I know. I'm just gonna try to hurry. I was gonna delay it anyway. Yeah, I'm a bad person. Don't do what I did. Anyway, but I mean, yeah, like it's okay. I mean, we're not gonna spend very long on this. We're not gonna spend that long on this, and I need to start recording. But anyway, hi everyone. I am Twirler15, and today we are going to talk about the Inside Out movies. I watched both today. In the morning, I watched the first one on Disney Plus, and in the afternoon, I watched the second one in theaters. So yeah, I watched both in one day. And yeah, Inside Out 2, as Maple pointed out in the chat, is doing really well right now. Like past $400 million at the box office. I don't even know what this movie's budget was. Let me look it up. 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 $380 million. Oh, okay, word. Damn. Shit. Damn. Sorry, I'm recovering from a cold. I'm mostly better now. But yeah, I got a cold 2 days ago and I'm still recovering. So I'm slightly congested. That's why. But my voice is almost completely back to normal. So yay. It's not going to be like the Kung Fu Panda 4 rant stream where my voice was like giving out like towards the end of the stream. Like it sounded really fucked up at the beginning and then it just got worse as the stream went on. Especially when I got really excited and started yelling. So yeah. Let me just turn this down. Oh wait. Okay. There we go. And now I can see the chat. And I can flip through the the rant stream. I hope you didn't fall asleep in the theater. No, this isn't a Wish movie. I didn't fall asleep. Come on. It's like, and this isn't Black Panther 2. No, I'm kidding. I mean, Black Panther 2, I didn't fall asleep during it, but like I did kind of get annoyed and bored in the middle because the pacing was a bit slow there. But no, I didn't fall asleep in the theater. I don't think I've ever done that, thankfully. But anyway, so yeah, okay, let's get started. But first, let me hurry and read through through the chat messages. I wish Inside Out 2's new emotions were just surprise, trust, anticipation, and what was the last one? Vuala? Is that the last one? Anyway, what's up? It's been a while. I actually just watched the second Inside Out in theaters, and I honestly loved it just as much as the first one, but that's my opinion. I like the first one slightly more, but that's just me. But the second one was fun. It's our like Inside Out 2 is already surpassing both Wish and Lightyear. Yeah, both movies which were not really good, especially Wish. Lightyear was mid and Wish was just shit. The original Inside Out actually came out in theaters 9 years ago today. Huh, funny. Did it just start? Yeah, it just started. Okay, so yeah, you're just in time. I've been talking about mostly nothing. So yeah, as Maple pointed out, these movies are 9 years apart. So the first Inside Out came out in 2015, apparently on this day, June 19th. And then, oh no, not on this. No, yeah, on this day, June 19th. But Inside Out 2, I don't know exactly when that came out. I just know that it came out in 2024. I can look it up really fast. Hang on. June 14th. Okay, so 5 days before Juneteenth. Yes, it's Juneteenth, the day when the slaves were freed. Great holiday, but honestly, a lot of us black people don't really care that much about it. We just don't. It's really just not a holiday a lot of black people celebrate, or a lot of people celebrate, period. But anyway, let's see. This movie came out just after I graduated high school. Nice. It's like, here's your reward. Okay, but yeah, the movies are 2 years apart. Okay, so the first Inside Out. I'm eating some candy, by the way. But anyway, Inside Out. So, um, I should probably talk a bit about the movie first. So, it's about this girl named Riley who has, she's 11 years old. She and her family, she was living basically a perfect life with her family in Minnesota until they had to move to San Francisco, California. And then, you know, her life turned upside down. She ended up having no friends, and she ended up living in a crappy house. Uh, her parents, her family, like the movie van, like got lost or something. I don't fucking know. And at one point, she wanted to run away. But in the end of the day, I mean, at the end, I think at the end of the movie, they moved back to Minnesota. I think they do, or I think they do. Oh, no, actually, I don't think they do. Fuck, I don't even remember. Do they move back to Minnesota? Because like, I'm not entirely sure. But but yeah, like basically, Riley has to deal with a lot of changes in her life, and her emotions, which are actual characters, come into play. So you have joy, and you have sadness, and you have anger, and disgust, and fear. So those are her five basic emotions. No, they stay in San Francisco. Mitch. Fuck. I was like, okay, I figured. I wasn't sure because I was like, wait, their house looks the same in the second movie, but at the same time, I was like, maybe they moved? Then no, they didn't move. Fuck. I was hoping they had moved. Oh well. Oh, Family Guy Robot Chicken did a parody of Inside Out. I need to see that shit. But anyway, yeah. So these emotions, they're like they make Riley feel certain thing. What they are basically self-explanatory. So um, I don't really need to explain their personalities because again, self-explanatory. But Joy's basically the leader of the group, where even though other emotions do take over at times, she just tries to make sure Riley stays as happy as possible because she wants to be Riley's dominant emotion, and really nobody else, none of the other emotions contest this. They want Riley to be happy too, so they're like, fine, whatever. But um, so one day, Sadness just acts weird and then starts her emotion literally starts overtaking Riley's body, and then Joy and then Sadness, they both like some accident happens. They both get tossed away into a different part of Riley's mind, and they have to make their way back to the headquarters. And they meet Riley's imaginary friend Bing Bong along the way, and then shit happens. I'm not gonna get to the exactly what happens just yet, but when they come back, um, Joy realizes, um, well, basically, like Joy realizes that Riley can't be happy all the time. That she needs more than just happiness. So she decides to start letting the other emotions like have more input in Riley's feelings. And then the movie ends with Riley being a more healthy, more emotionally healthy character, I guess. So, at least that's the best way to put it. That's just the gist of the movie, though. Basically, it's the movie teaches you that, you know, there is such a thing as toxic positivity. It's okay to feel happy and to want to feel happy, but you can't feel happy all the time, bitch. That's not how it works. It's okay to feel other emotions like anger and fear and disgust, and especially sadness. Like we all need sadness in our lives because that's what helps us process, tragic events. It's what helps us grieve. So sadness is a necessary emotion for us to overcome our suffering. Now, if it's prolonged, then that's an issue. But it's okay to feel sad sometimes. You don't always have to be happy. And that's the lesson that Joy, really all the emotions learn, but mostly Joy, who was just so insistent on making Riley happy all the time. I'm like, bitch, no. Let her feel sad sometimes. It's okay. It's okay, bitch. It's okay. And I really do like this message that Inside Out is putting out because, you know, you hear a lot of you hear a lot of shit. I don't know if it's I can't really speak for like the entire world, but I know this is at least the case in America where you hear a lot of shit about people wanting to be happy, like be happy, try to be happy, like seek happiness and whatnot. And I'm just like, y'all need to calm down with that. It's okay it's okay not to be happy sometimes. It's okay not to be okay sometimes. Or people are all like saying, "Oh, you should be smiling more." You look prettier when you smile. I'm like, you may be right, but bitch, it's okay not to smile all the fucking time. Like, it's okay, bitch. Like, there's just too much. There's just like cults of excessive positivity and happiness going on in America, and Inside Out's like, nah, bitch, that's not healthy. It's okay to feel sad sometimes. Like, don't if you just pretend that everything's okay. If you try to be happy all the time, you're only gonna hurt yourself in the long run. So stop, stop it. Get some help. Yeah, exactly. As Maple said, Inside Out is about the it's about being able to balance your emotions. You need all emotions, not just happiness. So, yeah. Oh, hi, Nate. Yeah, now that I think about it, like, I'm glad they didn't move either. Now that I think about it, because it's like, if they had moved, then, I mean, that kind of would have made things a little too happy. But I would have been fine with them moving. The family, I mean. But, but anyway, I guess that's one. Hold up. Hold on, let me just wipe my fingers. Because this shit makes my fingers a little sticky. Okay. So I guess the first positive would be the themes are great. The theme in this movie is great. Again, about being able to balance positive and negative emotions. And let me expand on this point further. So, as I mentioned earlier, Joy and Sadness meet this character named Bing Bong, who's Riley's imaginary friend. And, you know, they for the most part have a pleasant time with him, but like there's this one point where stuff in Imagination Land, which was where he was from, some stuff got destroyed, and it made him sad because he felt like Riley was forgetting about him and didn't need him anymore. And Joy, because she's positivity or happiness, I should say, like she was trying to cheer him up and get him back on track because he was leading them to the train station, but like the train of thought. But that didn't work. But then Sadness, who at this point had been messing up a lot of things, actually cheered Bing Bong up by letting him, by showing him empathy and letting him feel sad, which was kind of like which was funny because like at first, as I said, Sadness had been destroying a number of things in the movie, like just causing problems, but at the same time, that actually was exactly what Riley needed, just sadness. And so here in this scene where Sadness is with Bing Bong, like like that emotion was necessary for Bing Bong to actually feel better instead of just trying to feel happy like Joy was trying to get him to do. And Joy, this is the start of Joy realizing that Riley can't be happy all the time. She needs other emotions. So yeah, so yeah, I do like this theme where don't force yourself to be happy all the time. Like that's just not healthy. It's you have to let yourself process these all your emotions, not just happiness. Yeah, we're gonna get to that point later, but um yeah, that was pretty sad. We'll get to what Maple just mentioned in the chat later. Okay, so as I said, the themes are great. The story is also great. I mean, by extension, like if the themes are great, then the story is likely going to be great. Not necessarily, but it happens more often than not, in my opinion. So the story is great. Like I liked it a lot. I like the idea of Joy realizing. Actually, no. We that's really. I'm just going to be talking about the first point again. Well, basically, the story is really cool. I thought it was pretty cool to see exactly what goes on in someone's mind and how they learn that happiness isn't the only emotion that you should be feeling. So I thought it was a pretty cool story. I mean, it had cool characters. It had a cool theme. Like, I just like the story a lot. Yeah, there's not really a villain or antagonist in this movie. If there's an, I mean, there is not like how do I put it? It's like she's not really an antagonist. Joy, I mean, she's just the conflict is really it really starts with her and ends with her. She's the problem throughout the entire movie, not sadness actually. Despite it looking like that in the at the beginning, the problem really it's really Joy. The problem really was Joy because she was refusing to let other emotions, like other emotions, take control of Riley. So, oh, hi, Gabe. So really, I thought the story was great. Like like great characters, great themes. What else can I say about it? It's just great. So the characters. Let's get to the characters. The characters are great. So I liked all the emotions. I liked disgust. I liked fear. I liked anger. I liked joy. I liked sadness. I liked Bing Bong. I liked all the characters really. So I thought they were all funny and interesting. If you're wondering what my favorite is, I guess it would be It's hard to say. I guess it would be maybe Bing Bong. I liked him a lot. Yeah, most of them are technically one note, but you could tell that they actually have some depth to them, and that they're actually able to feel multiple emotions rather than just their own emotions or what they are really, which I found really cool. Really, like I like all the characters, but I guess Bing Bong would be my favorite. Yeah, most of them learn to develop other emotions, and they learn to appreciate other emotions as well. Take notes, Emoji Movie. This is basically the Emoji Movie, but better. It's really sad. When did the Emoji Movie even come out? I need to know. Hang on. When did it come out? Because like this feels like the Emoji Movie, but better. It's like what goes on in somebody's head? Let me show you. What goes on in someone's phone? Who the fuck cares? So yeah. Just ew. 2017. And this was released in 2015. Inside Out, I mean. Like the Emoji Movie was like, hey, Inside Out did something like that. Maybe we could do it too. No, no, you can't. I'm just kidding. Like, I think the Emoji Movie took more inspiration from Toy Story than from Inside Out, if at all. But really, it's like it tried to do what both Toy Story and Inside Out did, and it failed on both fronts. Like, bitch, nah, nah, sorry. Try again. Don't try again. Please don't try again. It's okay if you like the Emoji Movie. It's okay to like bad movies. It's okay. I mean, I liked Spider-Man 3, or used to, I should say. But at one point, I really liked Spider-Man 3, despite it being the worst of the original trilogy, because it just sucks in terms of storytelling. And part of it was because of executive meddling, but like, still, the point stands. So you can like bad movies, it's okay. I also love the world building inside Riley's mind. Me too. Again, Emoji Movie. Take notes. Which is sad because the Emoji Movie actually could have been decent. Like, I mean, exploring what goes on in someone's phone. I mean, I guess you could do something with that. I mean, Ralph Breaks the Internet did something with the internet, and I thought it was kind of cool with the world building in there. So the Emoji Movie could have, like the Emoji Movie could have done something like that, but it just failed spectacularly. So yeah. So it's like, and what's also funny is that like the Emoji Movie also had this importance of like this theme of like like just, being yourself and allowing yourself to be more than just what you are or whatever, because the main character, I forgot what his name was, had I forgot what his name was, but he had multiple emojis, multiple emotions. But he was only told to feel just one. So it's like let him feel others. So it feels like Inside Out, but like the bargain bin edition. So and not even a good bargain. Sorry. Ralph Breaks the Internet literally came out a year after the Emoji Movie. Oh yeah. So Ralph Breaks the Internet did that kind of thing better too. The Emoji Movie just sucks all around. When you have when Toy Story, Inside Out, and Ralph Breaks the Internet all did its thing, all did its ideas better. That's just sad. That's just fucking sad. But yeah, like the world building, the world building is great, basically. Going back to the characters for a moment, um, I guess my top three favorites, and they're the ones that we spend the most time with in this movie, would be Joy, Sadness, and Bing Bong. I liked all of them. So they're all funny in their own ways. Hmm. They all had plenty of screen time, as well as the other three characters, Fear, Anger, and Disgust. I like them all. Really, all the characters were great. And going back to world building, like I liked how I liked how Pixar actually tried to put in ideas that exist in psychology, in the science of psychology, like REM, rapid eye movement, something that your eyes do, like they twitch or whatever while you have dreams in your sleep. I thought that was pretty cool. And um as well as implementing things like long-term memory and recall and Probably other things. I'm trying to remember, but really, just a number of really cool ideas for world building and imaginary friends, of course. Yeah, Amy Poehler was great as Joy. I loved her. Those are probably my three favorites as well. Okay, work. Three favorite characters. Let's go. Let's go. I wonder if Disney got inspiration. Probably. Disney is like, hey, we can take this concept and do it better. Let's take the Emoji Movies concept and do it better. And then we have Ralph Breaks the Internet. Okay, work. Just the kind of world that's just begging to be in the future Kingdom Hearts game. Yeah. Imagine Kingdom Hearts and Inside Out. Ooh, that would be the shit. But yeah, the voice acting, phenomenal. No bad, no bad performances from anyone really. Everyone, every single actor and actress did their role, performed their roles wonderfully. Like every, like every actor was great. They all conveyed the emotions well. All the characters, like really, just very good at voice acting. Sadness felt like somebody who was constantly sad. Dwight felt like somebody who's just so cheery and bright and full of energy, but like it just gets overwhelming at times. Anger felt like somebody who's easily pissed off. Like really, all the casts were great. I loved them all. Pre Velma Mindy casting Colleen as discussed. Dang, you never heard of the Ralph of the Wreck It Ralph Wii game? Nor do I care to play it really. I normally don't touch movie based games because they usually suck or they're usually mid. So like at most mid. She was born in my home state and went to the same college as I did. Oh, Phyllis Smith, the voice of sadness. Oh, okay, cool. I did not know she was born in your home state and went to the same college as you. Okay, work. Okay. Anything else? I mean, there wasn't a lot of music in the movie, but I found it fine. The music is good. There really wasn't a lot. Like, there were really only two songs in it, at least according to the credits at the end. But, like, really, I thought the soundtrack was fine. Like, I can't really comment much on it, just that happy scenes had happy music, sad scenes had sad music, action packed scenes had action packed music, really. Just good music, no bad tracks that stood out. And at times, yeah, the music was pretty soothing. So yeah, really, even though there are really only like two full songs, like the soundtrack overall was quite good. Did I cover everything? Oh, the humor. I can't forget the humor. I love the humor in the movie. I actually liked it a lot. Like it was just funny. It was a funny movie. I actually liked it. Like there are plenty of jokes that made me laugh. You got that Pixar humor. Like really all the characters were funny. Even sadness. The funniest scene in the movie for me is at the end when the guy bumps into Riley. Oh yeah, that was funny. And then all the emotions were like, girl, yeah, girl. And then Riley was like, okay, bye. I'm just gonna walk away now. So you know what that reminds me. So there was this short for Inside Out. I'm sure you know which one it is, guys. Called Riley's First Date. It's just like a little what 5 minute short or whatever of there goes that same guy that Riley met at the end of the first movie. He visits his name is Jordan, I think. He visits Riley's house and then to hang out to get Jordan and so that they could both go and hang out with other people. And then but like the dad and the mom are like, "Oh my god, Riley has a boy over. What do we do?" The emotions in their heads are all like going crazy. And like the dad's like acting all overprotective, like the stereotypical father, and the mom's all like trying to be cool and use lingo that kids don't actually use nowadays, like LOL and like she that was like off the easy and it's just cringe on both. They were both cringe, but the good kind of cringe. I found that funny. And at the end of and towards the end of the short, the dad actually bonds with Jordan because they're both into music, rock music. Like they both play guitar. So I was like, okay, work. Or the dad used to play guitar, I should say. But like, yeah. And then there was this funny cringe scene where the dad and mom, like after the kids leave, the dad and mom are just trying to kiss each other, and they kiss each other for a while, and then the mom's like, okay, that's it, let's go. And then dad's like, oh, okay, right? The mom's like, boy. Actually, no, the dad's like, boy, boy, boy. Actually, do they both do that? I don't remember. But one of them was like, yeah, the dad knocks it down the table. He was like, boom. He literally kicked it. And Jordan was like, awesome. That's honestly how most guys react at that age in front of girls, right? A lot of positives for this movie. Damn, the short is good. And of course, yeah, this movie, this movie has plenty of emotional moments. Like for one thing, Bing Bong sacrificed himself. Um, because like at one point, Joy and Bing Bong fall into the memory dump area, and they're at the, they were they end up they were at the risk of being forgotten, but then they find Bing Bong's song rocket, which is powered by songs, and then they try to like get up there they try to like get out of the memory dump, but they can't because they just keep falling short. But then Bing Bong is like, you know what? I'm about to fade away. There's really only room for one person. Joy, you go. And then Joy unknowingly she flies uh on the rocket like through the air and back on the upper side like out of the memory dump, but Bing Bong he jumped out at the last moment to like halfway through the flight's path to so that Joy could get there safely. But then she looks back and sees that he didn't come with her, and he says, I forgot what he says, but it was something touching. Um, yeah, and then he waves and fades away, and Joy cries, and that was just really sad for me. Like he gave himself up just so Riley could be happy. It was so sad. Although to be honest, I kind of saw this coming. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of saw this coming. I had a feeling shortly after I met the character, I was like, he's not gonna come back, is he? He's not gonna survive, is he? And I was right. And I hated it because it's like I didn't want to be right, but I was. Yeah, I actually did cry a bit at that part. It was just sad. It was just really sad. Yeah. And those the part where Riley breaks down in front of her parents after trying to run away, only to realize that she just can't do it. That made me sad as well. She just she just couldn't be happy anymore. And her parents ended up, feeling sad with her. It was just sadness all around. But that sadness was necessary for everyone to heal. Yeah, that's the thing. Like sadness literally the thing about sadness was that it just came out of nowhere. It just came out of nowhere. Like sadness literally just started touching things, but like she wasn't even trying to do it intentionally. Like she just did because Riley was feeling sad after after moving away. Like that was the thing. Like it was uncontrollable. Especially because Joy was actively trying to suppress it, but it only grew stronger over time. So, bottling up your emotions, not a good idea. I know the animation is so good. Let's say great, great emotional moments. The animation is so good. I love it. I really do. Like everything's bright and colorful and vibrant. The characters move um fluidly. Like really, I love their models. I love the whole style. It just looks very good. I like the character designs as well. They all fit the characters. Really, everyone. I really liked everyone. I love how they made Riley a girl that loves hockey. Oh, really? Honestly, yeah. Like having her be a hockey fanatic. I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, you have a cousin named Isabel who plays hockey as well. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know a single character that was bad in the first one. Yeah, because there really aren't any bad characters in the first movie. I mean, Riley herself was a good character as well. Um, as well as her parents. They were good characters too. They felt like real people. So, yeah. Riley is so likable that actually hurts me inside whenever the negative emotions take her over. Yeah, I agree. Because like she for the most part is actually a very cool person, but there are times where she's just like, "Ew." But then again, so is everyone. No one's 100% nice or pleasant. It's literally impossible to be. But aside from that, Riley is pretty likable, and she's a pretty interesting character. She has strengths, she has flaws, she has interests, she has hopes and dreams, dislikes. She feels like an actual girl, which is cool because sometimes female characters just aren't written very well. just really not. So it's nice to see that this is not one of those cases. I mean, it's basically the same as with Turning Red, where again, teenage girls in that there were teenage girls in that movie, and they were all written pretty well for the most part. Riley has more characterization in these movies than Andy did in Toy Story movies, at least until Toy Story 3, that is. Yeah, Andy didn't start really fully developing as a character until Toy Story 3. Whereas Riley had more depth from the beginning. And in the second movie, she has even more depth than she did in the first movie. So, I don't know, I just like, how many positives is that? 10 positives. I don't know. I really like the movie. It was just that good. Are there any other positives? I don't think there are. I think we covered just about everything. Okay, negatives. I honestly can't think of any. Not that there aren't any, but I just can't think of any. Maybe there are some, but honestly, I just can't think of any. So, actually, there is one, but I'm gonna wait until Maple points out what he thinks are negatives in the chat. Like, I think it's odd how Riley is still asking to get tucked in bed by her parents when she's almost 12. Fair enough. I don't know. I guess like everyone has different milestones. Who the fuck knows? But yeah, like when you're almost 12, you kind of stop doing that. You've kind of stopped doing it by that point, asking to be tucked in. If you've ever started doing that, I don't think I've ever asked to be tucked in by my parents. Are going to be honest, but not that they never did it. Just I don't think I ever actually asked. But anyway, um, there is one. There is one negative that I have. Just one. It's a small one, but it's one that I have. I also found the set piece where Joy uh was hopping off the multiple copies of Riley's imaginary boyfriend to get up to the surface to be quite odd. Oh, you did? Honestly, I didn't even pay any attention to that. But honestly, I don't have any opinion on that, so I'm not going to comment on it. It's easier to give it a pass because it's animation, but still. Yeah, yeah. Are there any other negatives besides the one that I want to comment on but haven't done so yet? Hmm. I think there's really just that one that I have in my mind. So, it might just be me, but I kind of wanted. I guess, to be fair, I guess the pacing of the movie didn't really allow for much of this, but. And this is my. This is my opinion, I guess, but personally, I wanted there to be more moments between sadness, joy, and Bing Bong. I feel like we didn't get enough time to fully flesh out that three-way relationship. Hmm. Like again, I know with the whole pacing and joy and sadness needing to get back to the headquarters thing. I just I don't know. I just feel like I just wanted to see more them bounce off Bing Bong more. Like I wanted Bing Bong to interact with them more. But that's just me. Oh, you don't know if you feel the same? Okay, that's fine. I mean, personally, that's just what I feel like. I feel like I wanted to see more. development between those two. Although I mean, at least it's not as bad as say what Fix It Felix and that other woman in Wreck It Ralph, who basically started feeling romance for each other out of nowhere. Not that I didn't like it, but at least it wasn't that bad. So I guess there's that. Maybe it's because of how breakneck the pacing is and how every moment with them is great that I don't mind it. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But personally, I was just like, I want to see more of them interacting, but whatever. You know, you can only do so much in like 90 to 120-minute movie. Hmm. Yeah, if you haven't seen the movie, just click off. But honestly, I think that goes without saying at this point. But like, I'm gonna have spoilers in my rant streams always. I shouldn't have to mention that there will be spoilers, but whatever. But yeah, this is a very good movie. You know, the funny thing is that I've seen a few. I saw a video one therapist reacting to it. Well, some of the video, and he liked it quite a bit. And he also understood the theme behind the movie, the message where it's like, you know, you can't have just happiness all the time. You need sadness too, as well as other emotions. And I also once had a therapist who also recommended that I watch Inside Out. Like, but that was a lot. That was like several years ago. But like he liked it. And he was like, "Oh yeah, you know, you should like that movie's really cool. You should go watch it." I'm like, guess I could watch it. But like that was like how many years ago? Almost 10 years ago. And I'm like and I'm just now watching it because honestly I've never been interested in the I had never been interested in the movie up until I watched it today. And I was like, might as well just watch it. I've been putting it off for so long. I remember this came at a time when people were really starting to doubt Pixar after the likes of Cartoon Brave. Fair. That's true. But like really I didn't even dislike Cars 2 and Brave all that much. I actually liked both movies. I didn't think they were bad. It's just that they could have been better. But I thought Brave was decent. But Cars 2, yeah, it was a mess. But I had fun with it. It was a fun mess. So really like I feel like people are being too hard on Cars 2 and Brave. I really don't think they're that bad. But I can see why people don't like them. I mean, they're flawed, but I don't think they're bad. Well, Cars 2 is kind of bad, at least in terms of storytelling, but like I enjoyed it. So there's that. Then this came out. This was probably the most loved Pixar film that came out since Toy Story 3. I watched a review that basically said the same thing. It was like this is he was like this is the best film that we've had in years, ever since Toy Story 3. Yeah, Pixar really knows how to make good films. I mean, they've had a few duds, but for the most part they know how to make good films. Most I actually like most of their films. Whether it be Turning Red or Inside Out or Wally or Toy Story and so on and so forth. I think Ratatouille was Pixar as well. I believe it was. Yeah, it was. I have it right here on my cabinet. And let's see what else. And Luca, yeah, Luca as well. I liked that movie quite a bit. I wasn't sure if it was made by Pixar, but yeah, apparently it was. Just making sure. And The Incredibles. That's a Pixar one too. One and two are nice. One was, in my opinion, one was better than two, but I liked both. But anyway, Toy Story 3 is still your number one. Oh yeah, that's right. It is. My number one would probably be Toy Story 2 because Y'all know me. If you remember my Toy Story Rantstream, I watched the shit out of that movie as a kid so many times that I basically remembered every single scene. And I never got tired of watching it. Never. As I remember watching the VHS so many times. It's like, I'm just gonna watch this again and again and again and again. But the first movie I only watched like a handful of times. And the same for three and four. But but two was like, I mean they're all good, but two was the best in my opinion. Just so it was so perfect. I loved it so much. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. Hot topic, off topic. Let's go. Yeah, Toy Story 1 was a banger. Therapists should consider recommending both Inside Out 1 and 2, since 1 teaches a good lesson about not always having to feel happy, and 2 I think helped me cope with my anxiety. I fully agree. Yeah, now we have the sequel to talk about, which was Inside Out 2, which came after mess that was the hot mess that was Lightyear. Which is sad because Lightyear had the potential to be a good movie. It had an interesting idea, but the execution it was just bad. But yeah, now we have Inside Out 2. But first, we have an intermission to take a break. It's we haven't really talked for very long, but if you guys want to take a break now, you can. Well, actually, wait. Before we do that, Maple said something in the chat that I should probably read. So let's read that before we go to an intermission. Before we talk about Inside Out 2, I should also address something else that happened recently with Pixar. That being that there were big layoffs that came with them just a month ago. Oh, what the fuck? What in the fuck? Did that actually happen? Oh my god. Even though this was shortly after a report that claimed that Inside Out 2 was set to have the biggest domestic opening of the year, it still happened. That's just really sad. I feel bad for those people. Because, we all know that Pixar, we all knew that they'd been struggling, so for this to have happened, it's just sad. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like the job market is really, really struggling right now. It really is. Even though the movie did well at the box office, it's still one of the highest grossing films of the year, that still happens. I know. And like it's only gonna get better from here for the movie, but like still all those people that were laid off. Ugh, shit. Mm, that's just really sad. Well, I hope those people that were laid off find other jobs because I know that finding a job is not easy. Definitely isn't. But good luck to them, and I do hope that maybe one day Pixar will be able to let some of those people back in, or just let more people in. Because like having to lay off that many people, just not good. Companies are trying to cut losses. Many believe that this is happening because companies are trying to cut losses and prevent a strike within the animation industry, which I do think is going to happen at some point. Oh, we don't really need this again. We really don't need this again. Please, we don't need this again. We really don't need this again. We already had this with the writers, and I understand why. I'm not blaming them for going on strike, but I really, really don't want another strike. Please, like we're already struggling enough as it is when it comes to just overall entertainment. I really don't want things to get any worse. Mm. Let's just hope that Pixar recovers. Yeah, blame companies that are trying to push AI everywhere in order to save some extra bucks. Oh yeah, definitely. The companies are to blame, not all of them, but quite a lot of them are to blame for literally trying to cut corners on everything. Oh, why have humans when you have machines? Oh yeah, perfect, perfect mindset there. See how that works for you in the long run. Like, just pay your damn employees, please. That's all we're asking. Please. And it's frustrating that this happened at Pixar because Pixar actually cares about the shit it puts out. Compared to Illumination where it's just like, let's put out something serviceable and that's it. No, Pixar actually tries and it wants to put out movies that people can really enjoy. And it's infuriating that something like this happened to them. It just sucks. And yes, I agree with you, Maple. That was worth addressing. But yeah, Inside Out, really great movie. So yeah, Inside Out 2, big box office hit. But we're gonna take a bit of a break for now. So before I get into Inside Out 2, I guess we could do like a 10-minute break or whatever. If you guys need to go and do something right now, you can. I'm probably gonna order a pizza. I'll be right back. Okay, so I guess we'll just get back into it. Okay, so Inside Out 2. Yeah, I ordered the pizza. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna order this pizza. I didn't see. I didn't eat lunch, and at the movies, I felt like I didn't have enough time to like. I came kind of late, like, well, not like late to just like just like I arrived a little later than I should have, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get some candy and can go instead of getting actual food. So now I'm filled to the brim with candy, and it just feels I feel sick inside. So I'm like, fuck it, let me get a pizza so I can clean this shit out. It's like, this is gonna make you feel worse. Like, no, this pizza's actual food and not candy. So, but anyway, Inside Out 2. Mm. So this movie just sucks. I really don't like it. I'm sorry, guys. I tried to like it. I just don't. Like, it's just really, really bad. Like, it doesn't compare to the first Inside Out. It's just really, really awful. Like, I was just like, can we just watch something else? Like, no, I'm totally kidding. I actually like the movie, but I'm sorry. I just wanted to troll you guys. But anyway, no, I actually did like the movie. But, but yeah, like, um, I don't think it was as good as the first one, in my opinion. I know some people are gonna be like, "No, it was better than the first one," but no, actually, like it. It was like, dude, seriously? I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. Next thing you'll know, next thing I know, next thing you know, I'll be talking about how awesome the Lightyear movie is. We all know it's not. But no, I actually did like Inside Out too. So I'm sorry, I couldn't resist, guys. But anyway, yeah, Inside Out 2 was actually nice. I liked it a lot. Just not as much as the first one. I thought it was weaker than the first one, but not by much. But I still liked it. So anyway, um, so basically, we go from childhood to adolescence. So now we're dealing with adolescence in this movie. Riley is 13. She's officially a teenager. She's dealing with puberty. She has new emotions to deal with: anxiety, fear. No, I'm sorry. Anxiety, embarrassment, ennui, otherwise known as boredom, and envy. So she has these new challenges, these new emotions. She's developing. She's dealing with she's just dealing with a lot because that's how puberty is. We all go through it. We're all hormonal messes and idiots. But anyway, but at the end of the day, we grow. Eventually we outgrow it. It's an embarrassing, cringeworthy, painful time in our lives, but it's a very necessary part of growing up. And Riley is dealing with that. And it doesn't help that her best friends are not going to go with her to school next year, unfortunately. They're all going to go off to different schools. Well, I don't know if the other two are going to go off to the same school or not, but like Riley's not going to be with them. That much I know. So, and she and her friends got invited to this hockey camp, and they were happy about it. But unfortunately, Riley. Oh, there's this really cool team called the Firehawks there, and Riley really wants to be a part of them, but she also doesn't want to abandon her friends. She wants to be one of the cool kids, and that's when anxiety comes in. She's all like, "Oh my god, we gotta make Riley as likable as possible." But then Joy's like, "But that's not who she is, bitch. You can't. You're literally changing her just to please others." And anxiety's like, "It'll be good for her in the long run." But Joy is like, "Nah, bitch, nah. You're literally erasing who she is. You can't decide who she is." But then anxiety's like, "Yeah, sorry, I disagree. Bye," and literally just yeets joy, fear, disgust, anger, and sadness out of headquarters. Like she literally just yeets them out of headquarters with the help of the other emotions. Well, embarrassment actually. Embarrassment grabs everyone and just puts them in a jar, and then they just all get yeeted away. But then, but then Joy hatches a plan to stop anxiety from fucking everything up. Um, so because throughout the movie, anxiety just makes Riley act not like herself, and just in a way that gets the other girls to like her, but that only pushes her away from her other friends, and even starts getting the other girls to dislike her. And yeah, anxiety just just fucking things up. And fear, envy, and embarrassment. I'm sorry, not fear. I keep saying fear. No, envy, ennui, and embarrassment are all like. I'm just gonna say boredom because I'm tired of saying ennui. I'm just gonna say boredom. So, envy, boredom, and embarrassment are all like they're all helping anxiety, but embarrassment is like at one point it's like, no, this isn't right. Let me help the others. Let me help sadness, like to help take back over Riley's mind. Because anxiety really does not want anyone else to interfere with her plan. So, but yeah, Joy's plan is to like get Sadness back into headquarters so Sadness could secretly get the others recall the others back into headquarters after they find Riley's inner self, which was dumped away somewhere because anxiety wants Riley to have a different inner self. So yeah, the movie's all about just anxiety fucking things up and Joy and the other emotions trying to find their way through Riley's mind. But and at one point they do get Riley's inner self back, but unfortunately the fastest way back to the headquarters, which was the recall tube or whatever, anxiety destroys that, unfortunately. So the others end up having to like find hatch a different plan to get back to headquarters, which works. They literally just do is like like blow up the mountain of bad memories that had been tossed like um in that area that have been tossed away. Um, so they ride the avalanche to get back to the headquarters, but unfortunately, that action along with anxiety's plan is just really fucking Riley up. So because Riley, see, like I said, there's this little belief system in Riley that's exclusive to Inside Out 2. It wasn't in the first movie. It's in Inside Out 2. And every time Riley's memory enters that belief system area, a new belief forms about herself. And these beliefs all form Riley's psyche, her sense of self, her personality, or whatever. All those bad memories that had been that had been sent to the belief system area by the avalanche, they start creating so many beliefs, and that just causes more problems for Riley, who's already emotionally unstable at this point, thanks to anxiety messing things up. And so, and unfortunately, like, um, anxiety is just a huge mess right now, just causing shit to happen, like just running all over the place. Joy calms anxiety down and her control of Riley, but and puts and Joy puts back Riley's inner self there, but that actually doesn't work. So Joy is like, you know what, we anxiety's plan isn't working, my plan isn't working. We can't decide who Riley is either way. So just take her own inner self out and allow her to form her own self, and which actually works. And all the emotions hug that new inner self, and then Riley goes back to her old self. And then things get better from there. Anxiety learns how to be less annoying and to calm down. Enjoy, all the other emotions, all the new ones. They're all working together now, and yeah. And Riley she still hangs out with the new kids as well as her old friends, and at the end, and she actually manages to get into the team that she wanted, the Firehawks, despite having such a rough time at this camp, and that's literally it. So yeah, yeah, Inside Out 2, great movie. Teaches this one has like a bit of a different message from the first movie. Whereas the first movie was like you have to feel all sorts of emotions. You can't just feel one. It's important to like it's important to let other emotions take over sometimes. Because if you don't feel those, if you don't let yourself feel those emotions, that's going to be damaging to you in the long run. Whereas this one is like, you know, like you can't, Riley is a person who's going to be changing throughout her life. She can't just be one thing. You can't just decide who she is. Like that's something she has to come up with on her own. And you can't just like toss out bad memories uh in a way like and it's like okay, let's just toss out the bad stuff. No, all she needs all the good and the bad, all of that stuff to be who she is. She can't just be the good, and being just the bad is obviously not good either. So Riley has to be all she needs both the good and bad parts of herself to be who she is. She can't just be the good or the bad. So that's basically what the movie is trying to say. Where it's like you can't just have the good, you can't just have the bad, you need both. So it's similar to the first movie where Joy has to learn another lesson, but this time she's less annoying and self-centered. Because in the first one she kind of was a bit self-centered. Like she wasn't a bad person, but she just really wasn't doing a very good job of listening to other people. But in this one, she's more willing to listen to other people and she's allowing herself uh she's she's allowing herself not to feel happy all the time because she finds that very tiring at times, even though she has to be. But at the same time, she's like, you know what? I'm gonna have a breakdown because can't be happy all the fucking time. So, but yeah, like she does learn something, and anxiety too. They both learn a lesson where it's like we can't decide who she is. Whether it's the old or the new, the good or the bad, she needs everything to be who she is. So it's a different take on the first movie's lesson, basically. So everyone learns a lesson where it's like, you can't you need every single aspect of yourself, both good and bad, to be who you are. Don't just you can't just toss out the bad or the good for that matter. Like just no, you need both. You need everything. There was the oh man, Maple, you had an interesting experience in theaters. Your face and tone were just so genuine. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the thing. Like I was trying to like fake it. It's like, but no, I wasn't being serious. But hey, acting. But yeah, but yeah, like, would you also be sarcastic about the Emoji Movie? Oh, the Emoji Movie is just a wonderful movie. I absolutely loved it. It wasn't a waste of my time. Totally not. But no, but no, really, it sucked. Anyway, but yeah, there was this one little girl to the left of me that kept crying throughout the movie Inside Out 2, and her mom had to keep taking her out of the theater until she calmed down. There were these other little girls sitting to the right of me that seemed glued to their seats, and they were really happy and hyped up after it ended, which I guess it means they liked it, right? Hey, Kaori Naim, what is up? How the fuck are you, bitch? No I'm kidding. But how are you? How you doing? How you doing? But yeah, Inside Out 2, fun movie. I liked the first a bit more, but the second wasn't bad. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Just I liked the first one more, if I'm going to be honest. But the second wasn't bad at all. It was good. I mean, Joy had some character development. She had some in the first film, and then she has some again here. And not just her, but the other emotions too, where they're like, yeah, you know what? We can't just have it can't just be us controlling Riley, but it also can't just be you guys either. And it looks like my pizza's coming to me right now. Okay, work. Hey. So if I eat pizza throughout the, if you see me eating pizza throughout the first stream, yeah, I'm gonna be eating. Now, of course, I'm not gonna try to talk while I eat, even though I was doing that earlier. Sorry about that. But anyway, Inside Out 2. So positives. Oh yeah, well before I get into the positives, I know people are gonna rag on anxiety because, anxiety was hella annoying throughout the film. And I agree, but I mean that was kind of the point. Like that was kind of the point of the movie where it's like she was annoying, but I mean that's the thing about anxiety. It just creeps up on you at the worst possible times, and at times it can be overwhelming, which I know from experience because I do struggle with a bit of anxiety, but no, you guys already know this. Like, particularly OCD, really, not just anxiety in general. Well, a little bit in general, but it's more OCD than in general anxiety. But you guys get my point. And it's also anxiety as well. I've struggled with that a bit too. But yeah, like anxiety can be unbearable. Like it can just appear at the worst possible moments. But like, but it's not like, oh shit, my parents here. Hang on, guys. I heard the doorbell. Hang on. And my pizza's here. Pizza, my pizza. See Little Caesar's pizza. Makes me want to deliver Spider-Man. Makes me want to deliver pizzas to Spider-Man 2. Actually, no, it doesn't. Let me not. Let me move this computer. Hang on. I'm trying to see how I can do this because I don't want to like put this on the. Okay, fuck. Hold on. Let me see how to do this. Oh my god. Let me put the pizza. No, let me put my laptop right here. And yeah, that'll work. Put the laptop right here on top of my chair, and then the pizza can go on top of this table. There. Pizza. Yee, we get to eat some pizza. I'm sorry for making you all hungry, but fuck, I need to eat. Okay. Yay, beef, pepperoni, and mushrooms, my favorite. Mm, they. No, actually, they're fine with this. Yay. Mm, yummy. Mm, mm. Okay. We need to take another break when it arrives now. But anyway, so anxiety. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Turning Red was about it was a coming of age story about girls uh adolescence as well. But Inside Out 2 went about it differently. So so it focuses less on what women go through physically during puberty. I don't need to explain what it is. But that thing that happens once a month. I mean, like this still happens after people. You get what I mean, though. Where that's when it starts happening. Like, and it's just like, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that the movie can't talk about that. It's just that people are gonna get turned off by that because it's kind of a taboo thing to talk about. It shouldn't be, but it is, unfortunately. So, yeah. You don't need to say it out loud. Or whatever. No, you're right. But you're right, technically. I mean, I didn't say the word, so there's that. But anyway, yeah, like it didn't actually say the word. It just showed, what women need to deal with that issue. But good thing my parents are. A good thing my mom and grandma are asleep. Well, my grandma can't understand English very well, so I'm not really worried about her. But anyway, so yeah, Inside Out 2 was like, let's show puberty, but in a different way, like just through just emotions, not through other means. And I thought it was interesting. So again, anxiety was basically the antagonist, but at the same time, no. It was kind of like joy. It was kind of like with Joy in the first movie, where again you have one emotion that really wants the best for Riley, but goes about in the worst way possible, only for the emotion to realize, oh, you know, I'm being a little self-centered here. Maybe I should, allow input from other people. So anxiety is basically Joy 2.0, but worse. So yeah. So yeah, anxiety wasn't a bad character. Just like she just like she just had the best of intentions, but went about the wrong way, just like Joy did in the first movie. Yeah, and in a way, this does show puberty in a more relatable way because it's not just about girls, but also about boys. Where it's like because both boys and girls deal with these emotions when they're teenagers, where suddenly you start caring about what other people think, and you start obsessing over your appearance, and you start getting acne and all sorts of things that could go wrong. I don't need to go into any more detail than that, but you get what I mean. So yeah, Inside Out 2, an interesting take on puberty, and a good one, I might add. Anxiety is what Joy would have become if she didn't. Like, I like to think that anxiety is what Joy would have become. She hadn't developed or changed in the first film. I agree. I agree. Because that's basically what Joy would have become. But fortunately, she didn't, thanks to, the lessons she learned as well as her emotional counterparts helping her. So, yeah. So, yeah, the positives. It's going to be hard to type with one hand, but I'll try. Okay, so overall, it was a good message. The importance of dealing with the importance of, like having both the good and bad parts of your mind at play, not rather than just the good, or even the bad. And about the important how about how difficult puberty can be because it's difficult, but It doesn't have to be. It usually is, but it doesn't have to be. And with the right friends and the right support from your family, you can get through it. Anyway, um, let's go to positives. Hang on, I'm reading this. It's good that Joy got good character development because when it comes to yelling, at least a decent story, you need telling at least a decent story. You need character development, which is something my inspiration SML seems to struggle with. Yeah, it's important to have character development when it comes to storytelling. Not every character needs to develop, but you need to have some in certain stories in order to have a good story. But yeah, like there's quite a bit of focus on hockey in this one too, which I found pretty cool, as Maple pointed out. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. The pizza, yes. For fuck's sake, I hate when the fucking tips of the slices come off. And that's annoying. That because I didn't take this thing off. Oh well. Yeah, like Riley, the only reason Riley treated her friends like that was because he just wanted to fit in with the cool kids. But it's like throughout the movie, she didn't want to be mean to her friends. She just didn't want to look bad. So she did treat her friends badly, but it wasn't like because she just didn't value them anymore. It's because she just wanted to fit in, and she really wanted to make up the hockey tryouts, and she really wanted to like make the hockey team. I mean, and she really wanted to like be a part of the cool kids. Unfortunately, she ended up losing quite a bit of herself in the process. Yeah, and the thing is that like if you if you consider what Riley had to deal with in the movie, it makes even more sense because her friends were going to move away without, and they weren't going to tell her, at least not yet. But which upset her. And on top of that, like she already had to move away from her friends in the first movie. Now she's going to have to do it again. But this time, her friends are the ones that are going to be moving away, and not her. And I mean, at the end of the movie, they're still hanging out with her, even though they're not going to the same school as her anymore. So at least there's that. So like she's trying to make this long distance relationship work, and her friends are trying to make it work too. They even said after it was revealed that they're going to be moving away or going to a different school, at least that they could still hang out, and they still do. So at least there's that. Does that pizza have olive and pepperoni on it? No. I mean, it has pepperoni, but not olives. I mean, I don't mind olives, but they're not my favorite topping. So, yeah, really interesting take on the movie. Yeah, when you think about it, Riley does become a bit of an antagonist herself. If you think about it, yeah. I love pineapple on my pizza. Get the fuck out. You're banhammer. Banhammer. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. We don't do that shit here. No. Pineapple and pizza do not go together. No, fuck that. I don't like pineapple, so I'm not gonna like it on my pizza. I don't know how people can like that shit. Ugh, it's just so, ugh, why? What's wrong with you? No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You guys know I'm kidding. But, ew? I'm sorry, I'm just ew. It's just ew. But anyway, positives. So, the story. Yeah, Riley, why don't be sneaking into people's offices and reading shit that you shouldn't be reading. But then again, it was her anxiety doing the shit. It's like Riley, no, no, don't be doing that shit. But anyway, the story was good. I mean, we just pretty much just explained why. And like we really just talked about this point. An interesting take on puberty, a new plot with some similar themes to the first movie. Again, you know, they're like, Riley, no. Riley, you idiot. You dumb fuck. What are you doing? No, I'm kidding. Oh, broccoli pizza is even worse. Ew. I mean, I don't mind broccoli, but putting it on a pizza. Actually, no, I'd say broccoli pizza is probably better. Because I don't mind broccoli, but putting it on a pizza, though, mm-mm. Sanders tried to stop anxiety, but failed. Yep. And Riley was like, no, let me read through this. And then it said, not ready. And ironically, anxiety just made things worse by doing that. Anxiety, fam, you gotta chill. You gotta chill. Yeah, I also like that. They actually had the original gang together. I actually really like that. Whereas with the first movie, like, it was really just Joy and Sadness and Bing Bong. And then the other ones, Fear, Sadness, and Disgust stayed back. Not bad, but I actually like that, all the emotions were involved this time. Except for Sadness, who had to stay back and do shit. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool change. So yeah, that was a pretty cool change in the story. Um, let's see. Other positives. I thought the animation was good. Yeah, the emotions got to develop their own emotions. So so that was nice. Even the new ones developed other emotions. So yeah. And of course you have the animation. It's good. I liked it. I don't know whether or not it was better than the first one, but it seems to be at least as good. Because I watched one review that said that the animation was a little bit more stilted than this one than the first, but I didn't even notice. So, oh yeah, I did actually mention this a bit earlier, but yeah, there was this one moment where Joy actually snapped at the other emotions, and she was just done with everyone's bullshit, and she was the one who needed consoling. Like she just snapped at everyone, but fortunately they managed to make her feel better because again she was like, "It's hard being this happy all the time. Fuck off." Yeah, like because like the others, all they really just did was complain. Like they were not making anything easier for her. And you notice that too? I noticed that too. I was like, wait, Anger actually seemed impressed with her. Like, because I was like, for a moment, he actually seemed to be smiling. I was like, is he smiling? Is he actually is he actually happy that she broke down for once? I was like, because like I'm sure she got annoyed with her being positive all the time. So he was like, oh my god, she's actually showing anger for once. Like he actually did seem impressed at that one moment. I was like, no, okay. And don't think I didn't catch that. I caught that. I'll keep that. Don't think I didn't catch that. Like he actually seemed impressed. I was like, oh, okay. I actually like this one now. I feel like Joy was the mom of all the emotionals, all the original emotions. She was basically. I also found Disgust more likable in the first movie. Oh, really? Yeah, I agree. I like her more in this movie than in the first. Although I didn't mind her in the first, but I liked her in the first, but in this one she's more likable. I also think the sequel looks clearer in terms of quality, kind of almost like RTX. Oh, you do? Fair enough. Same here. Broccoli is good, but just not on pizza. Thank you. But regardless, pineapple pizza is your opinion. What we do with opinions, we respect them as long as you're not hurting anyone. Yeah, I agree. If you like pineapple pizza, that's fine. I don't care. I just really don't like it. But yeah, another reason as to why the story is good, Joy actually breaks down and just gets angry at everyone. Which I'm surprised she didn't do in the first movie. But I guess at this point she just had enough, and I was like, nah, fuck this. I feel you, Joy. I feel you so hard. There's just something so shocking about overly positive, optimistic characters that just snap, right? Or not even just those characters, but just nice people in general. They try to be as nice and pleasant as possible all the time, but then there are just moments where they just snap and go off on people, and it's just like, oh shit! Beware the nice ones. That's a trope, by the way. But beware the nice ones. And there's a reason for that. Yeah, like whenever SpongeBob gets an outburst, because he's blown up at Squidward, at Sandy, at Mr. Krabs, at Patrick, at Plankton, at Gary. He's blown up at a lot of people, but these usually don't happen. Whenever he snaps, it's usually for a good reason because he's usually very nice to everyone. So you gotta watch the nice ones. I'm even kind of like this as well. Normally, I do try to be nice and pleasant to everyone and polite, but there are just moments, both inside and outside of work, where I'm just like, fuck this, I'm out, fuck this, and everyone else. So it's like, yeah, I totally get Joy's pain. I totally do. Where you just try so hard not to let people get to you. They get to you, and you just want to rip everyone's heads off. But yeah, the animation's good. I have no complaints about it. The new emotions look fine. The old emotions look fine. Everything looks fine, bright and colorful. The belief system area looks pretty. Like, really, I have no complaints overall. The animation is just good. Riley and the other humans look nice. Basically as good as the first movie, in my opinion. The animation, that is. Okay, so a character that was literally inspired by Cloud Final Fantasy, Lance Slash Blade. Oh yeah, the character, yeah, the character that appeared in the movie and that had a sword. I liked him. He was funny, as well as the Bluefy guy was basically a mix of Dora the Explorer and the Bluey. I liked him, and his companion Pouchy, as well as the deep dark secret guy. I liked him too, and he has an after credit scene as well. And I think that's it. I think it was just those three, just those three: Lance, Slashblade, Bluey, and Luffy, and Pouchy, and then the deep dark secret guy. I think that was it. Oh, all right. See you later, SML Pancake. Thank you for being here. Bye. And yeah, I liked how Lance Slashblade was animated. It was a nice animation, and his special attack was funny. He literally just rolls up into a ball that doesn't do any damage, which actually comes handy in the movie. It comes in handy in the movie. I was like, oh, okay, work. And the Scus had a crush on him. It was funny. It was cute and funny. But anyway, so but yeah, I liked all the characters. Probably you know what the funny thing is? Probably my and the pouchy guy. Going back to the pouchy guy, Bluefy's companion. I thought he was funny. Like, because at the end of the movie, he just breaks his character. He just breaks character. And he's like, "Do you think I have everything in this pouch, bitch? I brought you dynamite. I brought you duct tape. Lay off." It's when the Scus asks him, like, "Fam, do you have anything we could use, like a jetpack or something to help us get back?" And the pouchy guy is just like, "Bitch, get paid enough for this. Fuck off." It's just like, I guess Joy isn't the only character who breaks character. That was just funny. Yeah, I heard that voice actors had been changed in the movie, so which I didn't even notice. But yeah, apparently. I think I'm gonna eat one more slice of pizza before um I put this away. But yeah, um, yeah. Let me just finish this last slice of pizza, and then we'll talk about more about the characters. Oh shit! I did not know that she was the VA for Coach Roberts in this movie. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's give me another one. Should I? Mm, let me finish this one first. Why do you just? Okay. I'll be right back. I'm gonna refrigerate this shit. Oh shit! Ah, fucking hell! Okay. So, can I put my laptop on this? I can. It should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. That was tasty. Okay. So let's go back to talk about the characters. The characters are good. So going off of what I was talking about earlier, like those three characters in the vaults, I thought they were cool. And I'm like, uh, especially the one part where where Bluffy was like, "Hey kids, want to learn some Latin? How about we learn the phrase quid pro quo? Quid pro quo, which basically means you scratch my back, I scratch yours." Was like it's which also means if you help us, we'll help you. I was like, okay, I guess that's one way to teach kids Latin. But yeah, I like those extra characters in the vault. I like the other emotions too. I liked embarrassment. I liked embarrassment and what else? I kind of liked anxiety. I liked embarrassment. Boredom was kind of like boredom. Kind of like envy. Like I didn't like the new emotions as much as the old ones. If I'm gonna be honest, like um, I just didn't. I like the old ones more, but the new ones weren't bad. I just like the old ones more. Except embarrassment. I actually really liked embarrassment. He was just so precious and adorable. And when he and towards the end when he actually spoke and showed more of his and showed more of his personality only to just hide away again, that was funny. Hmm. So yeah, I still think the characters are good overall. Anxiety wasn't bad. Annoying, yeah, but I mean that's anxiety for you, you know? Joy herself is kind of annoying at times too, so you found Envy to be the most precious and adorable. Yeah, Envy was adorable. Envy was adorable. It's just that like I just like the other emotions more. Embarrassment, I just found embarrassment. I liked him. He's just so precious. I don't know why, but I'm just a sucker for the big, strong, shy characters. I don't know why. I just love that trope so much. Because it's like they're just so like they look tough on the outside, but they're actually really soft on the inside. It's just like, oh. But anyway, but yeah, the characters are good. Overall, I found them fine. Riley's new friends, they were nice. I liked them. I thought it was sweet for them to like I thought it was sweet for Riley and the black girl. I forgot what their names. I'm sorry, I forgot what Riley's friends' names were. But I thought it was sweet for Riley and the black girl to help the third girl out when she embarrassed herself during a class project, and a friendship actually fostered from there. I was like, okay, work. Um, I also liked the hockey girls, the ones that were like um the the ones that are on the Firehawks team or whatever. Forgot what that girl's name was. I forgot what the popular girl that really looked up to or whatever. But she and her friends actually liked them. They weren't mean or anything like that. They were popular, but they weren't mean. And I mean, for the most part, they were nice to Riley, even though Riley was trying so hard to change herself so that she could fit in. They were still overall nice to her. I mean, there was one moment they were mad at her, but it was an accident that she caused. But it was just whatever. Grace and Bree. Oh, that okay. Those were their names. Val. Okay, that was the girl's name, the popular girl's name. Okay, and and Ennui's kind of emotion I often feel at work. Just bored on just on my phone the whole time. Same, same. I actually do. I think I've mentioned this a few times in the past, or at least once, but I actually do like some fan fiction writing while I'm at work and there's nothing to do. Like if I'm just standing at self checkout and there's nobody down, I'll be like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna be on my phone typing up um my fan fiction or reading fan fiction from other people because there's nothing else to do. I get told not to be on my phone at work, but I don't give a shit. So it's like because it doesn't stop me from doing my work. So as long as it doesn't stop me, it's just whatever. But I know I shouldn't be doing it because like I have to watch all the machines and self checkout, but sometimes there's literally nothing for me to do. So I'm just like, okay. Um, so it's like, I mean, I wiped down all the registers, filled all the bags, so let me just be on my phone and type some shit and whatever. I remember certain folks thought that Riley was bi and had a romantic crush on Val, but that was really not the case if you ask me. Yeah, she didn't have a crush on Val. What? She just looked up to Val. That was all. She didn't have a crush on Val. It's like the equivalent of meeting a really popular celebrity of the same gender as you. Like, yeah, you're gonna be all giddy and excited whenever you meet them. Yeah, exactly. Although some people think, oh, if you're really that excited about them, oh, you must be into them. Like, no, no. But whatever. But yeah, like really, all the characters are good in this film. I can't really think of a bad character. I feel like the one character that I would have liked to see a bit more of was Envy. I mean, she was precious and adorable, but she just didn't really get a lot of screen time or a lot of lines. So it would have been nice to see more of her, in my opinion, but that's just me. So, going back to what Maple said earlier. Yeah, exactly. Like when the original emotions went to the Mount Rushmore of Riley's crushes, all of them are guys. Exactly. So Riley's not bi. She's straight. And that's what the movie seems to be saying anyway. So what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So going back to what Maple said earlier, like apparently yeah, there was this one quote that Joyce said earlier about feeling less joy as you get older. I mean, that made me sad because it's actually kind of true. See, the thing is that, like, as you get older, you do start to feel less happiness overall for a number of reasons. But, like, it's sad, but it's true. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that, you stop having the potential to be happy because you can still be happy. It's just going to be harder to do because, you're growing up now. But it's true. But the fact that it came from Joy, that was actually pretty shocking. Yeah. And of course, there's the anxiety attack scene. I mean, that was an intense scene. Like, damn, bitch. Like, anxiety was all over the place. And Joy was trying to calm anxiety down. Anxiety actually managed to calm down. But like, it took a while though, because like, for one thing, like, even after anxiety like let go of Riley's controls, like anxiety's after images from all that running around, that was still affecting Riley. Like, that shit was like out of control. So like anxiety started an anxiety attack, and Riley was really feeling that. I felt so bad for her, but fortunately, all the emotions were able to get her to snap out of it. And then her old friends came to check up on her, which was really sweet. And then she apologized to them for being a bitch, and they all made up. Hmm. And they had a good rest of the game. So the hockey game, I mean. So yay! The truth always hurts, right? That was the moment where Joy realized that she can't always be there for Riley, no matter how hard she tries. True. She even said herself in the movie, like, we have to let go of Riley. We can't always save her. And I do like that the movie. the movie seems to have an even makes this the movie seems to be how do I put this? Because how do I put this point? Like I like that the movie, made I think the movie made us a good point that even though Riley has all these emotions inside her mind, at the end of the day, she's still her own person. I feel like the second movie leaned into the idea a bit more than the first, which I actually enjoy. I actually like that. Like the first did, I think the first did have that idea, but the second really pushes it home where it's like you can't decide who Riley is. You can't always save her or be there for her. Let her be her own person at times. Let her feel other things. So, yeah, I feel like the second movie in some ways did this idea better than the first. Which brings me to my next point. The themes, just like in the first movie, are good. But I already explained what the themes are, so we're not going to continue with this point. Yeah, I thought Riley was like gonna die. Like, is she gonna die? Is she gonna have a stroke or something or a heart attack? Yeah, exactly. It's like in Toy Story 2 where Woody realizes that he can't always be there for Andy. And Toy Story 3 where he has to let Andy grow up. But yeah, like Riley had such an she was having such an intense panic attack that she literally could not see anything. Like her vision was all blurry and shit. And I was like, oh damn. Calm her down, bitch. Calm her down. And she calmed down and was able to see just fine again. Oh yeah. There was an anxiety attack scene in the Puss in Boots The Last Wish. Man, that was intense. Where Puss in Boots was for the first time really close to death. Literally and figuratively. And he was just like having a panic attack and everything, but Pepito, I think that was the dog's name, calmed him down. So, oh no, not Pepito, Perito. That was his name. Sorry, Perito. Sorry, that was his name. Um, but yeah, Perito calmed Puss down, and thank God for that. Yeah, Riley was putting way too much pressure on herself. Like she was just being too hard on herself. But she calmed the fuck down and got her shit together. Yeah, Andy grew up so fast. Like Toy Story 3 was a huge time skip. So I was like, damn, bitch, you grown, you grown. Yeah, her friends came to check on her even after everything she did to them. Riley, I mean, like it was touching. Like they saw that she was having a panic attack, so they went over to check on her. It was sweet. See, I told you all the characters in this movie are good. Now, the humor. Honestly, I like the humor in the first movie more, but the humor in this one was still good. I like the humor. There were some funny moments, plenty of funny moments. Um, but I think I like the humor in the first movie a bit more, but that's just me. So, why the fuck am I crying for movies like this? Before I didn't cry for movies, but now more recently I've been crying at certain points in movies. I'm like, why am I crying? I normally did not cry before. I don't know, maybe I've just gotten more emotional over the years, or maybe I've always been like this and just have been repressing it up until now. I don't know. Or suppressing it, I guess that's the word. I don't fucking know, because I never really thought I'd be this emotional. I guess I'm more emotional than I thought. I just don't look like it. Like most of the time I just have a blank face. But I feel a lot in here. Anyway, or I could be feeling fine and just have a resting bitch face, resting asshole face, resting bastard face. I don't know what the equivalent is for guys, but anyway. Oh yeah, oh yeah, like right when had that, when Riley had her first outburst that was caused by her puberty, where she yelled at her mom, and then what the emotions side of mom was like, well, there's a sneak preview for the next 10 years, right? So basically what's going to happen for the next 10 years or so. Although less in intensity over time, but still. We've all screwed up with our friends at one point and tried as hard as hell to make it up to them. Believe me, I know. But yeah. But anyway. Um but yeah, I found there were some good jokes here. That was one of them. And again, I bring up the joke where embarrassment actually showed more of his personality, but then went back to just being all shy and stuff. It was just funny. I'm sorry, I just love embarrassment. He's just so cute. I just want to hug him. He's just so cute. And Envy is cute too. But but yeah. Anyway. Anything else I can comment on? Let's see. The voice acting, of course, it was stellar. I loved it. Yeah, the voice acting is good. I liked it quite a bit. I don't think anyone had any bad performances. Even the minor characters, like literally everyone did a good job with the voice acting. So really, Anxiety's voice acting was great. Riley's voice acting was great. Um, Joy's voice acting was great. Everyone's voice acting was great. Yeah, exactly. That's actually kind of leads into the point I made earlier, where Riley didn't really have much control over her emotions before, but now she does. Because remember, when joy and anxiety, though those two belief systems that they put into Riley, those weren't working. So they were like, "Fuck it, just give her, just let her develop her own." And she developed her own. That was a mix of all the emotions in there, not just one or two or whatever, all of them. Hmm. So yeah, so yeah, Riley really does develop quite a bit in this movie, even more than she did in the last movie. Because again, it goes back to my point of where it's like, okay, now it really feels like she's coming into her own. She's really being her own person, which is basically what happens in puberty. Like, I mean, you do have your own personality all throughout your life, but like, you really start to develop into a highly individualized person uh during and after adolescence. So yeah. No, I honestly didn't notice a difference in performance between both voice actors for Fear, for the character Fear. I didn't even notice. Honestly, I wasn't paying attention to the voices, so I thought I thought like I honestly just did not pay attention to the voices. I didn't even notice that they were different. But yeah, I thought everyone's performances were great. Even if some of them, even if like one or two of them was like a little better or worse than the previous one, I still thought everyone was great. Tony Hale voiced Forky in Toy Story 4. Oh, now I hear it. At least it wasn't as bad as, say, Megamind's VA and Megamind 2. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I didn't think he was terrible. But yeah, he wasn't the greatest, and the script he was given was just really not good. Actually, no, scratch that. He kind of was bad. Sorry, he kind of was bad, but I mean, again, to be fair, the script just really didn't help. The script just didn't help. Like, see, it's bad enough to like have a lackluster performance or even an outright bad performance, but when you have a shitty script on top of that, yeah, it sucks because you can be a great actor, but if your script is shit, there's no saving that. There really isn't. I mean, just look at what happened to the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Like, the what the voice act. I mean, not sorry, not the voice actors. The actors for Peter and Gwen, Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield. Like, they were great. They had good chemistry on the set, but the script, oh man, the script they were given was just shit. I feel bad for them because it's like y'all were good, but your script was not. That fell. Sorry. Anyway, let's see what else. Damn. Let me go back to this one. The world building. I mean, there really isn't much world building in this movie. They do add a few new locations, such as the stream of consciousness and the belief system and the dump where bad memories go. So, I mean, but there really isn't much world building beside from that. So, really, I'm not even gonna put that as a talking point. The first movie was really the one that set up the bulk of everything. The second movie only just added a few things here and there, which is fine. Doesn't have to like add an entirely new thing, like a really big thing or whatever. It's I'm fine with that. But yeah, it didn't add. This movie added a few new things, but that was it. But I'm like, that's not a bad thing. Yeah, exactly. There was more added to the characters in the world building, which is fine. Yeah, of course. Like, yeah, of course. Again, I'm not saying that the second movie needed to have even more world building than the first. Because here's the thing though, like it's possible to have too much world building. You don't want to have too much because if you have too much and your world gets too big and you can't flesh out any of it and it just ends up going to waste. Because I've seen this happen with quite a few stories where the ends up being just so big that at the end of the day you can't really focus on any one thing. Nothing gets fleshed out because there's just so much to cover but so little time to cover it. So really, the relative lack of world building this in the second movie here, I don't care. It's not like it was a repeat of the first movie. So in some ways it was, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because it still felt like a different story. But yeah, like this was more of a character focused film than a world building focused one, like the first. The first one was a bit more about the world building than the characters. Well, at least there was more of an emphasis on the world building, I should say. But in the second one, not so much. But again, that's fine. Okay, what else? Let's see. I haven't covered the music. I think that's it. Just the music. So the music, um, I think it's fine. I mean, it's good. Like in it's just pretty much the same quality as in the first one, where you have some didn't have it had a few. I think this movie had a few more songs than the last one, but which is fine. I don't really care for the number of songs, but like yeah, I thought the music was fine. I didn't think any piece of the soundtrack was out of place. Yeah, they really did allow the other emotions. This movie did allow the other emotions to stand out rather than just joy and sadness. Anger got development, disgust and fear got development. Like embarrassment got development too, surprisingly. So So really, Rally got even more development. Really, like just more development all around, which I really enjoy. Mm. Soda's good, but don't drink it all the time because that's bad. I think I covered everything. Did I cover the humor? I did. I don't need to have a checklist of this shit, so I don't have to keep going back and forth. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, no, I'm not missing anything. Nope, that's everything. That is everything. Yeah, in some ways, this movie's better than the first one because I feel like the first one, I know it didn't mean to, but some people were probably gonna go away with the interpretation that Riley is just literally she's. Oh no, no, I don't want to say that. Actually, no, I don't think that's fair. Never mind. Scratch what I was about to say. But again, going back to my previous point, this one really feels like Riley's just more of her own character who decides who she is and not her emotions. Whereas in the first one, uh, the idea was kind of there, but in the second one, there's a much stronger emphasis on it, in my opinion. So yeah, yeah, really, I like this one. It's like comparing Into the Spider Verse to Across the Spider Verse for me. I agree. I think I like Into the Spider Verse more, but Across the Spider Verse is just a very slightly better movie with a killer soundtrack. Am I Dreaming is still one of the greatest songs Metro Boomin has ever made. Go listen to it. That I have that shit on repeat. Let's go. It was just a perfect way to end the movie, in my opinion. So negatives. Uh, I hate when I feel like there are negatives, but I can't readily think of any. Even when I watch reviews before doing this, because I did watch a few reviews before doing this stream, and I still couldn't decide what the negatives were. I was, because it's like I feel like I feel like there are negatives, but I just don't know what exactly they are. Like I subconsciously I do, but like consciously no. So I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Like the structure and beats did feel similar to the first one, which was a feeling I just couldn't shake throughout the entire movie. I was like, this is kind of a repeat of the first one. I mean, even though I mean it technically wasn't a full repeat, it was still a different story. It was still a different story. It just did feel like it was a little too similar at points. But at least it wasn't like, copy and paste. Because some movies do that. The Jumanji movie, the sequel to the new one about the video game, not the old Jumanji movie. Because the second Jumanji movie basically repeated the first one, but with different characters. And I was like, y'all, that's just lazy. Sorry. So Inside Out 2 wasn't like that, thankfully. But like but yeah, but yeah, like I guess it could have made things a bit different this time around, but again, that's just a personal kind of thing for me. I'm not gonna take off points for it because like I don't know, I just don't feel it's very fair. Because sometimes stories are just gonna be similar to other stories. I'm just not gonna worry too much about it. As long as it's not like an outright copy and paste kind of thing, who cares? And they do, and as Maple pointed out in the chat, there are plenty of new things in the story to keep the movie from just being a repeat of the first one. I also don't know why they felt the need to make the results whether or not Riley made the hockey team ambiguous. Oh, did they? I honestly thought she got in from her reaction. I thought like her reaction made it clear that she got in. Did I misinterpret it? Or maybe I don't know. I really, but like if it was actually ambiguous, then yeah, I really don't see why they did that. They should have just showed us what the results were. But I thought from her reaction that I thought she actually got in. I thought she'd gotten in. Like, did I misinterpret it or something? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Fucking know why they decide to do that. I mean, sometimes I'm not like sometimes it's cool. It can be fun or interesting storytelling to make things like that ambiguous, but I just I just didn't feel like it was necessary there. Like, just show us the damn results. You don't need to make it ambiguous because this movie's probably not going to get a sequel. So, why make it ambiguous? You know, it's like just tell us. Yeah, they really should have just told us outright. Like, why hide it? What's hiding it gonna do? It's not gonna add anything. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like again, you can. It's not saying that you can't do this in storytelling. Nobody here is saying that, but there are just times where you can just give people answers instead of just being ambiguous. You didn't need to just you didn't need to keep it ambiguous. You could have just told us whether or not she made it, and it would not have made a difference. It really wouldn't have. She makes it great. She doesn't. Okay, whatever. She still gets her friends from the hockey tryouts, right? So like what? I don't know. I guess the point wasn't whether or not she made a team, but that she was able to gain the best of both worlds by gaining new friends while still keeping in touch with her old ones. Yeah, that's what I figured. Because now she's like, I don't have to like get, I don't have to like not have my old friends around. I can still keep them around, and I can still have new friends too. So I'm glad she decided to just be like, no, you know what? I'm gonna keep both. Like, you don't have to choose. Yeah, I know what you meant. Don't worry, Maple. Oh, I have no doubt this will get a sequel. Yeah, but how are you gonna make a sequel out of this? That's what I'm wondering. Like, I mean, I can see why Disney would want a sequel, but like, what are you gonna do with it? But then again, the same thing's happening to Toy Story, so I don't even know why I'm asking this question at this point. I would watch a third movie too. Though I wouldn't have high hopes for it. I mean, I know it's Pixar, but and Pixar is great usually, but like, Disney they be milking this shit for all it's worth. So I kind of don't want to take any chances. Sorry. This movie's on track to make at least $1 billion, which hasn't happened with any Disney or Pixar movie in 5 years. Damn. I guess put a focus on Riley becoming a young adult about to head to college. So I guess they're gonna go the Toy Story 3 route then. I mean, that's fine. But that's still like, how are you gonna make a third movie though? What exactly can you make the third movie about? Is it about learning to like for Riley to like move for her like I guess for her to learn how to like move away and be on her own? I mean, I guess you could make a movie out of that, like Riley learning how to be, learning how to take care of herself and live on her own or whatever. I guess that's something. You can make a movie out of that. I guess that could work. But you would need to find like a sort of conflict to work with that, like within Riley's mind, though. I feel like the series has the potential to be Pixar's next Toy Story. I mean, it is in some way. You already know this, but it is in some ways like Toy Story again, where it's like, what exactly happens? We know how Toy Story had the premise of what happens to your toys when you're not around, whereas Inside Out has the premise of what happens inside your mind that you aren't aware of. So it's kind of like leave this thing alone and see what happens when people aren't around or can't observe it directly. And emoji was like, oh, what happens to emoticons what happens to things in your phone when you're not paying attention? Like no one cares about that. But the other two premises are very interesting though. There's actually an Inside Out series on Disney Plus in the works. What? Okay, I can see the potential for a series, but do we really need one at this point? Uh, like we already have Zootopia Plus, which I've watched. I think I watched all the episodes so far. I think there are six. I don't even know how many there are right now. I could look it up really fast, but do we really need any more sequels? I don't really want any more, please. Like we already have so many sequels out there. Like, do you need to make a sequel for every movie? I'm just so exhausted. I know, I'm just tired of all these sequels or not sequels, series. Did I say sequel? I meant series. I'm just tired of all these series. Like we don't really need a series for every fucking movie. Please, just stop. Oh, wait, hold up. This puts the focus on Riley and her dreams, I believe. Oh, okay. How many let's see. Oh, here it is. I think there were like six episodes. Maybe the seventh one came out. Probably. No, there are only six. And I've already seen all of them. Yeah, I've already seen all of these. Anyway, if anything, I do believe that Inside Out 2 is the best non Toy Story Pixar sequel. Oh, really? Huh. I might. Well, can I think of any that could be contenders? Uh, I guess I'd have to agree. Yeah, I guess I'd have to agree. I can't think of any. Well, I like The Incredibles too, but I don't think it's better than Inside Out 2. It's very close, though. Hmm. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I guess I'd have to agree. I can't think of any possible contenders. I want to say Cars 2, but that would be a lie. Oh, fucking hell. Stained my fucking shirt. Damn. Inside Out 2, I agree that Toy Story 2 and 3 are better than Inside Out 2. But Inside Out 2 is better than Toy Story 4. I do agree with that. But shit, like, I can't think of any negatives. Well, actually, well, we did think that, I guess there was one that we just came up with where, I guess, and this is kind of subjective. Well, technically, no. It kind of is, but it kind of isn't. Like, the movie did feel, does feel a bit too similar to the first one, but but again, it's not like to the point where it's a copy paste. They do some interesting things, but yeah, I kind of did feel like a bit of a repeat of the first one. But really, I mean, again, very minor complaint. So let's go to the conclusion. Oh wait, hang on. I sure do hope that Disney doesn't take the wrong lesson from this and greenlight a million different sequels without letting Pixar make anything original. They had better not. Disney, you do not need to do this shit. Because like that's the thing, they're a conglomerate. They like to expand and do literally everything. But like, guys, calm down. Calm the fuck down. Like, chill, chill. Because the thing is, like, if you try to expand your horizons too much, try to do everything all at once, in the end of the day, you're not gonna end up with high quality stuff. Like, you're gonna be sacrificing quality for quantity, fam. Just saying. But the wolf! Yay, you're here! Augers and dick boys! But yeah, these movies are both great. They're great. I like the first movie more than the second, but they are both great. Inside Out, to me, gets a 9 out of 10. Inside Out 2, 8.5 out of 10. Or maybe an 8 out of 10. I'm thinking. I'm torn between 8 and an 8.5. I don't know. Fuck. I don't know. I feel like maybe an 8 would be better. Mm, I don't know. Uh, I guess I'll just leave it at 8.5. Fuck it, whatever. But yeah. Oh yeah, but anyway, hi Blue Wolf. Sorry I couldn't make it to your stream because I was watching the Inside Out 2 movie. But yeah, I like both movies. Both good. But yeah, I guess that's really all I have left to say. The end, bitches. For the end. Because why the fuck not? Oh shit, let me unplug this. My phone's already fully charged. Round of applause. Baby, make that ass clap. Drop it to the floor. Make that ass clap. Round of applause. Baby, make that ass clap. Drop it to the floor. Make that ass clap. Let me see ya. Bust it. Bust it. Bust it. Bust it. Bust it. Bust it. Baby, drop it to the floor and bust it. Bust it. Bust it. Bust it. Bust it. But no, I'm kidding. But sorry. Anyway, so I will say though that folks are whining about Pixar making sequels. Better get their ass in theaters next year and watch Elio? Fuck Elio. Pixar's next original film. Yep. Get it, cheat, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna stop being cringe. This has been a nice rant stream. Thank you. Yeah, it was supposed to come out this year, but you know, it got pushed back a year. And Pixar wanted to wait longer. Yeah, better to wait longer than to release it in a hot ass mess. They even released a teaser trailer for it last year. I did not even know that. Hmm. But yeah, I enjoyed this stream rant stream. I enjoyed the two Inside Out movies. The first one actually made me cry a bit, like at 2 points. The first um one of which was when Bing Bong faded away after sacrificing himself to get Joy back to headquarters. That actually did make me cry a bit. And the second movie, there was this one moment that made me cry. I think it was the anxiety attack thing. I actually did feel bad for Riley there, but other than that, yeah. I mean, both movies had emotional moments. The first one more than the second, but yeah, they definitely knew how to pull on your heartstrings with these movies. Pixar, I mean. Yeah, apparently Toy Story 5 is going to come out 2 years from now. I'm not looking forward to that. Sorry, I was lost in thought for a moment there. There have been reports that the movie will be directed by Andrew Stanton, Toy Story 5, who co-wrote this guy co-wrote the previous Toy Story films and also directed Finding Nemo and Wall-E. Oh, okay. This will be the first Pixar movie he has directed since Finding Dory. Oh, okay. I guess if Toy Story 5 has to exist, he is probably the best person to handle that. Probably. I mean, Finding Dory was a good movie. Just wasn't as good as Finding Nemo. But I did enjoy Finding Dory. Damn, I don't know what else to talk about. So, and Elio is supposed to be directed by Adrian Molina, who wrote and co-directed Coco. Oh, okay. I want to rewatch Coco because the last one I watched, I missed like the first 5 or 10 minutes of the movie. I need to go back and rewatch that shit. I feel like I didn't get a chance to fully um appreciate the movie. I feel like I need a second watch to really appreciate it. But I did like it quite a bit. Like it was actually pretty cool, the world building and all. I need to go back and watch that shit. I'm gonna try to watch it recently. I'm gonna try to watch it very soon because that was the shit. I loved it. it was so sad too, but I liked it a lot. Yeah, I hope that's not true either. Let Adrian direct this shit. Coco has meant more and more to me since my grandmother passed away. Oh, I do remember you telling me about that once. Yeah, that's just that was just yeah, definitely yeah, it definitely had quite an interesting theme of death, but not in a way that felt overbearing. Not in a way that felt like it was trying to sugarcoat anything, but not in a way that felt overbearing either. Like you can have kids movies or family movies have death as a theme. If Puss in Boots: The Last Wish did it, I don't see why any other movie can't. I just, but anyway. Besides, the whole Day of the Dead thing, that's pretty much a thing in Mexican culture, very much a thing in Mexican culture, where they view death differently from many other cultures, where it's sad, but but they still celebrate the dead as if the dead were still with them. And I think that's one way to describe it. I'm not sure if I'm describing it the best way possible, but like basically their culture just views death differently. And I like that Coco actually explored that. Is that a Cane's cup you have? Yeah. I ordered like I ordered this yesterday actually. I ordered I ordered like the 4 box combo yesterday, and this was just a leftover soda I had. So I drank like I had like half of it left. So yeah. Okay. Anyway. Oh yeah, I've heard of Brave and the Good. I mean, I've heard the Good Dinosaur. I mean, I've watched Brave. I didn't think it was bad, but I can see why people don't like it. But still, like, I had never watched The Good Dinosaur. I, I honestly, I forgot it even existed. I forgot it even existed. I was like, wait, that movie was a thing? I completely forgot about it. So I think I might have heard about it once, or maybe at least once, because I was. But honestly, I literally forgot it existed, and like I can see why. But I've never watched it. I do plan to watch it at one point. Is it on Disney Plus? It probably is. But I wouldn't blame Disney if the movie if the movie weren't on Disney Plus, but let's see. Let's see if it is. The Good Dinosaur. Because I'm all curious now. It is. It is on Disney Plus. The dinosaur named Arlo makes an unlikely friend during this journey home. Pixar made this. Hmm. I don't know. Apparently, some people have been saying that Onward is bad. I don't think Onward is bad at all. It's not perfect, but I honestly don't think Onward is bad. I don't know why some people don't like it, but and that was also made by Pixar. But like, um, still like, I almost forgot about Monsters Inc. and Monsters University. Man, Pixar has made so many movies because I know I forgot a few of them. Anyway, but yeah, I've never watched A Good Dinosaur. But I do plan to watch it at one point. Maybe I'll watch it like within the next month or so. The Good Dinosaur is like the most mediocre animated film ever. Oh no! Not to mention, I also greenlit Lightyear and tried to make everyone on the planet forget about the animated Buzz Lightyear movie and cartoon. For some reason, he had a raging hate boner for the Buzz Lightyear anime movie and cartoon. Dude, not cool. I'm kind of meh on Onward, but it wasn't a bad film. Fair enough, fair enough. I know some people aren't gonna like it. I personally liked it. I personally liked it, though it wasn't the greatest Pixar film. I actually did like it. Monsters, as for Monsters Inc. and Monsters University, Monsters Inc. is a classic. We all know this. It's just great. Monsters University was nice. I liked it. It was good. It just wasn't as good as the first one, but I still liked it. But anyway, uh, but yeah, that's really all I have left to talk about. Nothing else really. I believe the folks who made the Buzz Lightyear cartoon went on to do Kim Possible shortly after. Oh, that's nice. Awesome. I wonder if Disney will still make two versions of movies, live action movies and cartoon movies. I don't know. I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of over the whole live action crap. Oh, yeah, by the way, there was this trailer I saw in. There was this trailer for this prequel film for The Lion King called Mufasa the Lion King. It was. Oh, I mean, it's like that CGI crap that the Lion King remake had. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm really not. I mean, I appreciate that they're not just like doing another live action remake, but I don't really want a live action prequel either. I kind of just want you guys to animate it. Just animate the damn thing. And I don't mean CGI or what that crap. Well, CGI can be fine, but like the way they go about it, it's just like, no, I don't like that style. Change it. But yeah, they're making a prequel movie for The Lion King, but it's about Simba's father, Mufasa. And I'm like, I don't like this. Oh yeah, and I saw a trailer for Moana too, but I didn't really care. So I'm sorry, I just don't care. No, we don't need a sequel for Moana 2. For Moana. A series would have been fine, but a sequel, no. So I in Lightyear the third Monster University is kind of like Lightyear, where the first two thirds are somewhat conventional, and then the last third which either made or break the movie. Fair enough. In Lightyear, the third act broke the movie. It did, which is sad because like it had an interesting yet depressing start. Um, and then it had an engaging middle, and then it just fell apart at the end. Lightyear, what happened? Pixar, I'm sorry. Like you guys, you tried, but I don't know what happened. Oh yeah, you had a shitty director. Anyway, but yeah, like the first two thirds were actually not bad for Lightyear. I actually remember enjoying the first two thirds. And then the fucking final third of the movie happened, and I was just like, ouch. They're releasing the Lion King prequel the same weekend as Sonic 3. Not gonna lie, but I might get around to watching the live action version of Aladdin. I literally do not care about that shit. I know Will Smith's in it. I don't give a fuck. So I was like, because I remember hearing about it. I was like, I'm not watching that shit. I've had enough of these live action remakes. It's like it makes me just want to run back to the classics, like The Jungle Book and Alice in Wonderland. I'm just like, well, I mean, the Alice in Wonderland live action remake. I didn't. It wasn't bad, but I actually didn't think it was bad at all. to be honest. So I guess that one doesn't count as an example. But then again, other people might not have agreed with me. I don't know. I don't know what how people feel about that movie in general. I think I don't think I've ever watched a sequel to that one though. But whatever. Anyway, but like really, I'm just tired of these live action remakes in general. I'm just tired of them. Watch the Frozen 2 behind the scenes documentary if you have Disney Plus. Oh, I guess I'll check it out. To be fair, Moana 2 was supposed to be a Disney Plus series, but later turned into a movie. It's just like Ryan the Last Dragon, except I don't think Ryan the Last Dragon was ever planned to be a series, but it really should have been one. It could easily have been one. It really should have been one. The potential for that. I mean, Disney can still go back and do it. It's not like they can't. They could just pretend that the second movie never happened, but I guess I think they just want. I think they're just done with that mess, especially since Southeast Asians ripped the mess out of that movie in general. I think some of them liked it, but most of them were just like, "No, we don't like this. It's not a good representation of our culture." And I agree with them. If you watch this one video series that actually deconstructs the movie, based on how faithful it is to Southeast Asian culture, yeah, you can see that it's just not very faithful. But we already know this. I mean, it's not as bad as say Mulan 2020, which was not at all accurate of Chinese culture, but but it was still lazy. Ride the Last Dragon's research on Southeast Asian culture was still lazy. Uh better than the research done for Mulan 2020, but still not all that good. But then you have movies like Coco and Encanto, which are culturally accurate. So it's like Disney can be culturally accurate when they want to be. The key word here, the key phrase here is when they want to be. So whatever. I digress. They sometimes mess up some of these live action remakes. Yeah, more often than not, I would say. But anyway, in Monsters University, the third act actually made the movie. Yeah, let's see. They were rushed as hell to get to that. They were rushed as hell to get that movie out by the holidays of 2019. Just watch the documentary and you will know exactly what I mean. Damn. Speaking of Mulan, the original Mulan turns 26 years today as well. Nice. Today. Okay, work. So I'm like, I mean, I already knew this, but yeah, like 26 years, damn. Yeah, I remember the movie came out like what, 1999 or 1998? 1998. Yeah, 1998. So about 4 years after I was born. So yeah, it's a pretty old movie, but it's still a classic. Yeah, 1998. Okay, so I was right. I like Monsters Inc. more than University. I didn't really care about University. Fair enough. It wasn't perfect. I liked it. I thought it was an inch. I thought it expanded on the world building quite a bit. But yeah, I don't think it was as good as the first movie. I didn't think it was as good. But I mean, it was still good in my opinion, just not as good as the first movie. I'm still watching something similar to that called Blue Eye Samurai, which is basically a more R-rated version of Mulan. Oh, huh. Wow. Okay. I need to check that series out, honestly. Hold on a minute. It's on Netflix right now if anyone wants to check it out. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Julio, cool beans. Oh my God, have I been out of frame this whole time? Well, like out of center, I mean. Ooh, yeah, that does not look good. Oh, damn. I did not realize I was out of center. Oh, well, whatever. Okay, but yeah, I really have nothing else to say at this point, so yeah, that's really it for me. Oh, wait, there is one thing I want to point out. I think I mentioned this earlier, but from Best Buy, I got the Paper Mario game. The Thousand Year Door remake. I got it at Best Buy. I was gonna get it through Amazon, but I was like, no, fuck that. So, yeah, I got it. I would show you the front, but Best Buy covered the shit up, which annoys the hell out of me. So, I want to just rip it off. Can I rip the sticker off? Oh, I think I can. Oh, I can. Okay. Let me just rip this off. Let me just rip that off. Yes, I can rip it off. Okay, good. Ooh, let me just be careful here. And okay, come on, almost there. There we go. Ooh, there we go. Huh, yep, got it. See? Yep, got it. So now I have it. Ugh, hoggers and big boys. And I also have the original too. Let me show you guys. Where is it? No, that's Star Fox Adventures, Sonic Riders, uh, Sonic Frontiers. Where is the? I have it somewhere here. Where did I put it? I have the original. Where is it? Fuck. Oh my god. Fucking hell. Okay. Hang on. I have the original here somewhere. Hold on. I can find it. Fuck. Fuck me. Where is it? I probably left it downstairs. I don't feel like getting it. I literally don't remember where I put it. I literally had it. Where'd it go? Then take it out. But I probably left it somewhere downstairs. Oh, I hate that. I don't want to go back and get it. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, well, whatever. But I do have it. I just don't remember where I put it. It's like, gee, man, you keep misplacing your shit. Yeah, I do. Damn, I thought I had it. Oh well, what the hell ever. I sworn I had it though. Wait, maybe it's. Oh wait, no, I think I found it. Yeah, I found it. I found it. Okay. Yeah, I have the original right here, as well as all the inserts and shit. Yep, right here. I knew I had it somewhere in here. So I have the original here. So I have the original, and you can see the front and the back. And I have the remake, the front and the back. So, yay, I got both side by side, bitch. If I ever do stream these, I'm gonna do the original first and then the remake. Just to see, like, which is, like, just to see the differences more clearly. But yeah. But I've never played either, so we're in for a treat. Oh yeah, and I also have Animaniacs: The Great Edgar Hunt for the GameCube. Hopefully, I can do a stream on that very soon. This costs a shit ton of money, but I do have that too. Just thought I'd point that out. Anyway, let me just put this back on. It's on top of here and there. Okay. Oof. All right. I think that's all I have for updates. The Rantstream and Despicable Me movies. I mean, did. I already did technically. I did Despicable Me 1 through 3, and I did the Minions movie and then the Minions Rise of Gru movie. So yeah, I already did those. So I mean, I guess I could do a ranking for Despicable Me 4 and then some other movie. So it's not just one movie. I could do like two movies. But like I already did the other Despicable Me and Minions movies. So Furiosa's bombing hard. That's what I've heard. Mad Max Fury Road. I don't think I've even watched any of it. Is the Mad Max is that a series? Because if it is, I don't think I've watched any of those movies. And even then, it's been confirmed that Inside Out 2 will have a 100-day long theater window before it hits streaming. That will certainly help with the legs. Yeah, I've heard that too. It's going to be in theaters for 100 days and then it'll hit streaming, which is something that movies really need to do in order to keep theaters going. Because if you just put everything to digital right away, you're gonna to streaming, I should say. If you put every movie out there to stream right away, no one's gonna want to go to the theaters anymore when they can just watch it from home. And going to the theaters is a wonderful experience, and that shouldn't be taken away like that. So yeah, wait to stream shit, please. Please wait. Like movie theaters need people to go in order to go to them in order for them to function. Like, come on. There was a yeah, Mad Max was a series. There was a trilogy, then Mad Max Fury Road, and then Furiosa. Which sucks because it's a great movie, but hardly anyone's seen it. Which is funny because I remember the theater actually being decently packed when I saw Furiosa. It was even a group of like a dozen guys sitting right behind me. So what happened then? What happened? What happened, Maple? I'm just kidding. I know you're not gonna know. I actually thought I was gonna do fine, but then it just no one else saw it. I guess, right? Don't you just hate it when things that are great don't get enough attention, and when things that are mediocre, or shitty do. It sucks, but that's just how it is sometimes. Whereas things are either overrated or underrated. Sometimes things get the exact amount of attention and praise they deserve, or lack thereof, and sometimes that just doesn't happen. But what can you do? George Miller wants to make one more Mad Max movie, but that's likely not going to happen now. Probably. Even if I'm hearing that most of the film's budget was actually paid off by Australian taxpayers. Really? Huh. That's interesting. I say just let him do one more. The man is almost 80 years old and could go at any moment. Let him make one more movie. It's not going to kill Warner Brothers as a company. But yeah, I thought about suggesting that just for the sake of changing things up a bit, but nah. I mean, I'd have to. I feel like I should watch the other Mad Max movies first before I even touch the those two you mentioned. But we'll see. We will see. But I mean, those weren't bad suggestions though. And plus, Furiosa could use more viewers. Oh, I don't need to watch the other Mad Max movies other than Fury Road to understand Furiosa. Okay, so I guess I can just watch Fury Road then Furiosa. But I'm probably gonna watch the others anyway. I don't know, but we'll see. It's not going to be in the near future, but maybe it'll be in the future. We'll see. Fury Road came out in 2015. Damn. Fury Road and Furiosa. Like 9 year gap. And then Inside Out and Inside Out 2, 9 year gap. I think. Anyway. Yeah, I think a Zootopia sequel's gonna be released next year. These are going by too quick now. I know. Time is flying so fast. Oh man. Time waits for no one. That's an understatement. Time does not just wait for no one. It will just fly right by you. 2015 doesn't even feel all that long ago, and yet it's been almost 9 years since then. Can you believe it? Jesus Christ. Oh man. Ah, time flies. It didn't feel like that before COVID hit. Yeah, COVID changed so many things. Let's be fair, like, oh, I mean, well, at least for a lot of people, not for everyone, though. Honestly, I was barely affected by it. Barely affected by it, other than having to wear a mask at work, which I didn't mind, but and having to get a COVID shot before traveling to Africa, which I didn't mind, but other than that, I was barely affected. Because the thing is that I don't really have a social life, so it's not like I was gonna go anywhere during the pandemic. So it's like, oh, we have to stay in our houses now. So what? Because I spend most of the time in my room anyway. So whatever. But yeah, for other people, COVID was just absolutely devastating. I'm not talking about just the deaths, but just like the fact, the whole social distancing, the distancing thing. Yeah, human beings are social animals. We tried to stay apart, but it didn't last for very long. And unsurprisingly, COVID cases jumped back up. Mm. Yeah, I got tired of wearing masks back then too. The thing is that I wore them longer than most people did. I wore them longer than most people did. But the thing is that at first I was like one of the last people to wear them. I was like, I don't see the point. But then I was like, okay, I guess I'll start wearing them. And my workplace started requiring them to be worn too, so I was like, fuck it, whatever. But then, like after the mask mandate was lifted, I still kept wearing them for quite a while. Then I was just like, screw it. I guess I'll just take it off. It's getting kind of annoying wearing it. So I was like one of the last people to like wear masks, and also one of the last people to take them off. So I don't know, like just something funny. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to reminisce about the pandemic, but I don't know what else to talk about. So number one, both of those movies are honestly my top three movies. Are my top three movies of the year. Number one, Dune Part Two. Number two, Inside Out Three. No, two, Inside Out Two. Number three, Furiosa. Oh, nice. Might do a top 10 best of the year list so soon. So far soon. Probably around the 4th of July. Okay. Well, I'll be looking forward to that. Anything else? I don't have any other updates. Yeah, I don't. I'm probably gonna do a test stream of the Paper Mario remake just to get it out of the way, so I don't have to like. So I don't really feel like waiting until I play both games in order to try the game out. So I'm probably gonna do a test stream of that next week, even though I've never played the original. So we'll see. I need to get back into the groove to making blog posts. I need to get back in the groove to making blog posts, but again, I wish my ad system wasn't screwed up. Yeah, yeah, I wish your ad system weren't screwed up either. And yeah, don't worry, I'm not gonna forget that. Wink, 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 wink. I won't forget the wink, that thing. But anyway, yeah, I think that's really it for um damn, I have a lot of games to play. Fuck. But we'll figure it out. Actually, I think probably after I do Arkham Knight and Sonic Frontiers, I'm probably just gonna do Just Dance because Just Dance Unlimited is gonna be changing quite soon. And I need to like make sure I play all the games I can 2019, 2020, and 2020. Actually, I think it's just 2019 2020 I have to play for the Xbox One because I've already done 2021 and 2022. Although I'm thinking about going back to 2022 because I don't think I did enough streams for that one. But anyway, then after that, I'll probably just do the Last of Us games, and then we'll just go from there. I don't have anything else. I think that was it. So yeah, we got everything. I enjoyed Inside Out 1 and 2. Great movies. Made me cry a bit. But hey, that's Pixar for you. They know how to make really emotionally hard-hitting movies. Like Coco and Inside Out 1. So anyway, yeah, they're gonna remove songs from JD Unlimited in August, and I want to play as much of Unlimited as I can before that happens. But anyway, if nobody has anything else left to say, I'll go ahead and end the stream. Yeah, maybe I can cover Despicable Me 4 or I could watch Deadpool and Wolverine, but I don't really care about either all that much. I used to care about Wolverine. I've said this many times, but now I just don't. But maybe I'll watch the movie one day. We'll see. And Despicable Me 4, I'm definitely gonna watch that. Though I'm not like having high expectations for it. I know I said I didn't care for it, but I might as well just watch it. just to see what's going to happen. Just out of morbid curiosity. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, well, it's illumination for you. I won't be surprised. Maybe it could just be the Deadpool movies and Logan you talk about. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, we'll see. I'll decide later, but I do plan to watch Despicable Me 4 at the very least. But yeah, don't worry. I know they're just suggestions. I don't really have to do these, but we'll see. Always my choice. Thank you. So I do try to watch movies that you guys want to watch too, even if they're movies I don't necessarily care about. I want to rant about movies that you guys like too, so it's not just my choices. Because I feel like it wouldn't be fair if I just chose only the things I wanted to watch. Because at the end of the day, you guys are my fans. I want to make you happy. So my fans are my friends. But anyway, maybe I'll watch Deadpool and Wolverine. We'll see. But Despicable Me 4, I'm definitely gonna watch. I'm just not gonna have high expectations for it. But if it ends up being good, like Minions: The Rise of Gru was, then okay, then I'm all for it. Whatever makes you happy. Oh, I appreciate that. You guys are the best. Oh, I need to play Bully the PS4 version or PS5 version, like Blue Wolf did at one point, because I really do miss that game. I need to play that again, but that'll have to wait until after I do the games I need to do first. But anyway, that will be it for this rant stream. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm gonna go and rest a bit and then go the fuck to sleep. I'm Chuler15. I'll see you bitches and bastards next time. So until then, deuces and goodbye. No, that's not how I do it. Fuck, what the fuck ever. Deuces and goodbye. There we go. Bye. Good night.